Okay, so we're going to continue with this parabola, and today what we're going to be doing is going from the general to the turning point notation or form. Okay, so we need to practice a little bit more because yesterday I think that we did one with a monic, but today we're going to be doing a lot more with non-monic because that's what you're going to be doing. Okay, so I express the following in turning point form. Okay, so y equal rx plus 9x plus 4, that is square. B, y equal x squared minus 6x plus 5. C, y equal x squared plus 3x minus 10. D, y equal 2x squared plus 7x plus 8. And E, y equal 3x squared minus 4x minus 1. Okay, so we have this parabola given in general form, but then we're going to express that in the turning point form. So that is part 1. Part 2, state the vertex and axis of symmetry from each question in part 1. Okay. Three. Find the intercept with the axis. Each case. And 4 graph each of parabolas sorry. Oh, special features. Okay, so we're going to be doing these 4 questions. So the first question is to change the general form into the turning point form. And then you're going to say the vertex and axial symmetry for each one of those. And then you're going to find the intercept with the axis whenever possible. Okay, because sometimes, depending on picture, then you won't be able to find the x-intercept. And then you're going to be graphing them.
So the set of the parabolas in the number 4?
Graph each of the parabolas showing all the special features. when I say all the special features, or important features, I should say, that mean the intercept with the axis, the vertex, and axial symmetry. Okay, so you need to show all that. Okay, I will help you with most of them, and then you're going to be doing the rest by yourself. Okay, so we're going to do 1, 2, 3, and 4 for that particular parabola. Okay, so to go from the general form, this is the general form, to the turning point form, we need to complete this square, right? Okay, so you need to be very, very careful, and because if you get this from the beginning, then you shouldn't have any problem, because you're going to be doing the same over and over again, all right? And the good thing about going from the general to the other one is that you can easily find, you know, the vertex, and then you can do all the other stuff, right? Okay, so here we go. All right, so we have this, and then we are going to complete the square for x. So we're going to do bracket. That's what we did yesterday. So you do bracket, and then you do x plus. So you do x plus, and then we divide this number by 2. Remember that's what we do. So we divide 9 by 2, the square, add the 4, but then we have to take away the square of that fraction. Okay, so the square of that fraction is 81 on 4. So it's 81 divided by 4. Okay, and then you're going to put that in your calculator, and then you're going to tell me what the answer for that is. All right, so if you put that in your calculator, Keith, please tell me what the answer is. What is it? Okay, so what's the answer for this? Okay, there are many calculators in this room, so can you please tell me what the answer for this is? What is that? Negative 65 over 4. That's it. Okay? And then if you want, you can express this as a mixed numeral, so it's easier when sketching. Or you can say, well, psi is equal to x plus 9 and 2 square. Or if you want, you can even change this to mixed numeral. So this is going to be 4.5 square. You don't have to, but I think it's easier when graphing, so you can see. And this in mixed numeral, what is it? 16 and a quarter. All right. Okay. So you can see we went from the general notation to the turning point notation. Okay. So we done the first part, and then they say that we need to state the vertex and axial symmetry. Okay. So we can say vertex. Do you remember from yesterday? So where are the coordinates? What are the coordinates of the vertex?
Is it -4.5?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so this doesn't change. This constant doesn't change, but you change, you know, this number. So if this is plus, then you put negative. If it is negative, then you put plus. All right? Okay. So that is the vertex. And then they say that we need to say what the axial symmetry is. Well, the axial symmetry is simply the x value from the vertex. So axial symmetry is going to be x equal negative 4.5. That's it. All right. Then they said that we need to find the intercept with the axis. Okay, so we need to find the intercept. Okay, so we're going to find the y-intercept first. I'm going to say y-intercept. All right, find the y-intercept. It's easier if you come back to the original, okay, because you know that the y-intercept is always going to be, the constant from the original. Okay, so you got to be careful. Please don't get confused and say that the y-intercept is going to be this number. No, it's not. All right? So the y-intercept is coming from the constant when the equation is given in the general form. All right? Okay, so therefore the y-intercept is simply y equals 4. Y equals 4. That is the y-intercept. And for the x-intercept, I'm going to continue here. X-intercept. Sometimes we have to. And I said to you once that if you want to find the x-intercept, you have to make y equals 0 and solve the equation. Okay, so I'm going to put it in here. Make y equals 0. Okay, so we can make y equals 0 in here or in here. It doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm going to make y equals 0 in that expression. So we're going to say x plus 4.5 square minus 16.25 is equal to 0. And then I'm going to find x. Okay, and then we need to find x because that's what we need, the x-intercept. Okay, to do that, then we're going to do x plus 4.5 square is equal to, now I'm going to put this in proper fraction, so I'm going to do 65 over 4. Okay, all what I did, just move this negative 16.25 to the other side and express it as a fraction. Okay, and then we're going to square root, so we're going to have x plus 4.5 is equal to plus or minus, well, we cannot simplify the square root of 65, so we're just going to leave it like that, square root of 65. But we need to simplify, or we could simplify the square root of 4, which is 2. Okay, so I'm going to put 2. Okay, so that 2 is coming from the square root of 4. That is 2. Okay, and then we're going to have x is equal to negative 4.5, or better, I'm going to put this, so that was 9 and 2, so I'm going to put negative 9 plus or minus the square root of 65, and they share the same denominator. Okay, and finally you're going to tell me the answer correct to 1 decimal place. Okay, find the 2 answers from here correct to 1 decimal place. Okay, Yola, you should have a calculator. Because I made a mistake.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Amelia, can you please tell me the answer?
But x equals negative 0.47.
Negative. Okay, so you go negative 9. Have you done the plus? Is that the plus?
Yeah, that's the plus.
Okay, yeah, so it's negative 0.
Oh my god, I just deleted it. 0.47.
47. Okay, and the other one? Negative 8.53. Do you get the same? All right. All right. Okay, so that was the answer for the third part. And then they say that we have to sketch it. And yes. Okay, so and then part 4. All right, so we need to sketch this parabola. So can you please pay attention now? So we are going to sketch it. So we already know that the vertex is going to be at this point. Okay, so it's going to be on the negative side. So you're going to, and again, it doesn't have to be to scale, okay, because it's going to be hard to find those points. So. All right. I'm going to put the axial symmetry, but I'm going to scale this first. So this is -1, -2, -3, -4. All right, I think I'm going to need more space, so I'm going to make it bigger. Okay, -1, -2, and so on. Okay, so I think that is what we need. Okay, so we're going to do the axial symmetry first, okay, just to tell us, where the parabola will be. So the axial symmetry is -4.5, so it's going to go through here. Okay, so this is x is equal to -4.5. Okay, so we have the axial symmetry. The other one is -16.25, so it's going to be, so I'm going to have to go up by a bigger number. So I'm going to put 4. Wait. Okay, so we're going to go up by 4, and then we're going to go down by 4. So then we can go all the way up to -16. All right. Okay, so we have everything in here. And then we're going to approximate, okay, we're going to just approximate these two numbers, okay, and these are the x-intercepts. So we got negative 0.47, so it's going to be somewhere here. Somewhere there. Okay, and the other one is negative 8.53, so let's say somewhere here. Okay, and then the axial symmetry is at negative 4 and negative 16.25, so it's going to be probably somewhere here. Okay, and the y-intercept is at 4, so is there. Again, we got everything. Again, then we got everything to draw the parabola. All right, so let's do it very, very carefully. Okay, and then that's it. And in here we're going to actually write the coordinates of the vertex. I'm going to do it like that, otherwise it's going to be very, very heavy. Okay, but that's what you do, okay? So when I say that you have to show all important features, we mean that the axial symmetry, the intercept with the x-axis, the intercept with the y-axis, and the vertex. All right, that's it. That's all what you have to do. All right. Okay. Now, can you please have a go and see if you can do question B? I'm going to leave this in here. Okay, I'm going to leave this in here so you can see what to do. But I want you to do question B. Okay. Can you please do that question by yourself? Sean.